Hello everyone, welcome back to Info Science. So in today's video we shall discuss about the force and laws of motion. So let's discuss about it. So first of all, let us know about the force. So what is force? A pull or push upon an object resulting from the object interaction with another object. So that is known as the force. So you see, it is the force that enable us to do any work, right? To do any work, the force only it is needed, either to push the object or to pull the object. So now let us take an example. Suppose to open a door, so we will either push it or will pull it. Again, let us take another example. So to open a drawer, so what we will do? We will pull the drawer, right? Or to close the drawer, what we will do? We will push the drawer. So that means a pull or push is called as the force. Now let us know about the SI unit of force. So the SI unit of force is Newton. And to find out force, how we can find out? By multiplying the mass with the acceleration. Now let us know about the effect of the force. Okay, so you see, this force can make a stationary body to move. You see, in this case, let us take one example. Suppose you are placing a football. Okay, you are keeping the football, and then after keeping it, you are kicking the football. So you see, so by applying the force, we can make the stationary body move, right? Even like to move the chair, so the chair is kept in one place. So what we will do? We will apply the force, then only the chair will move, right? Next is that the force can stop a moving body. So you see, suppose you are riding a bicycle and all of a sudden one animal has passed. So what will do? You will apply the brakes, and by applying the brakes, the cycle will stop, right? So force can stop a moving body. Next effect is that force can change the direction of a moving object. So you see, you are moving in a vehicle, okay, or you are riding the vehicle. So to change the direction of the vehicle, what you will do? You will move the steering, right? So you see, the force can change the direction of the moving object in this case, right? Next, another effect is that the force can change the speed of the moving body. So in this case, let us take one example. So you see, by accelerating the speed of the running vehicle, it will increase the speed, okay? And by applying the brakes, the speed of the running vehicle, it will be decreased. So that means the force can change the speed of the moving body. Another effect is that the force can change the shape and size of the object. So in this case, let us take one example. Suppose you want to change the block of metal into thin sheets. So how will change? So to turn the block of metal into thin sheets, we will do hammering. So by hammering, we can change the block of metal into thin sheets. That means the force, you see, the force can change the shape and size of an object. So this is all about the effect of force. Now let us know the two types of forces, that is the balance forces and another one is the unbalanced forces. So you see, balanced force means what? Balance, what it means equal, right? So you see, if the resultant of the applied force is equal to 0, so that is known as the balanced force. And you see, balanced force do not cause any change of the state of the object. And in this thing we can take one example. Okay, so suppose you are playing a tug of war. So while playing the tug of war, if both the team apply similar magnitude of forces in opposite direction, the rope does not move in either side. So why it happens? So it happens because of the balanced force on both the sides, and the result in applied force, it becomes 0. So that is the balanced force. So you see, the balanced forces, these are equal in magnitude and they are opposite in direction, and this balanced force, it can change the shape and size of the object. Next force is the unbalanced force. So you see, the name itself, we can know that unbalanced. So you see, in unbalanced force, if the resulting applied force are greater than 0, so that force is known as the unbalanced force. So you see, in unbalanced force, an object in race can be moved. It can be moved because of applying the balanced force. And here the unbalanced force can do the following things. You see, it can move a stationary object, it can increase the speed of the moving object, and also it can decrease the speed of the moving object, and it can stop a moving object, and also it can change the shape and size of the object. So you can see in the picture of the unbalanced force. Now let us know about the inertia. So inertia means what? So inertia, it is the property or it is a tendency of an object to remain at rest or remain in motion. And the inertia of an object, it is measured by its mass. And inertia, it is proportional to the mass. That means inertia, it increases with the increase in mass and it decreases with the decrease in mass. And you see, a heavy object, it will have more inertia than the lighter one, because you see, the heavy object, it will have the more mass. Okay, so if it has more mass, then inertia will also be more. But if it has light mass, then the inertia will be less. So you see, here one picture has been given, so you can see here. So in this case, you see, when the cardboard is pulled, the coin falls into the glass. This is because the inertia of the coin, it maintains its state as rest, and it falls into the glass, that is due to the gravity. Now let us know about the different types of inertia. You see, inertia, it is of 3 types. So one is the inertia of rest. So you can see here in the picture. So inertia of rest means what? It is the tendency of the body to remain in the state of the rest. Means there will be no any movement, it will be in the rest. Okay. Next is the inertia of direction. So inertia of a direction means the tendency of a body to remain in a particular direction. Okay, in the particular direction. Next is the inertia of motion. So inertia of motion means what? it is the tendency of the body to remain in the state of uniform motion. So inertia, it is of three types. The one is the inertia of rest, inertia of direction, and inertia of motion. Now let us know about the mass. And mass is what? Mass, as we all know, that it is the fundamental property of all matter, and also it is the quantitative measure of inertia. Okay, and this mass, it is expressed always in kg. Now let us know about the momentum. So momentum means what? So momentum, it is the power of motion of an object, and the product of the velocity and mass, it gives the momentum, and this momentum, it is denoted by p. So you see how we can find out the momentum of the object? By multiplying mass with the velocity, and that gives the momentum of the object. Now you see, since the momentum, it is the product of mass and velocity of the object, so that one too we have already known. So what it means? So this means that momentum, it is directly proportional to the mass and velocity. So if momentum increases, so it increase either or mass or the velocity of the object. So you see, momentum, it always increases with the increase of either the mass or the velocity of the object. So you can see here in the picture. So a bus can have a large momentum even it is moving very slowly. Because why? Because it has a large mass. So in this part we have discussed all the important topics regarding the force.